It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Vikings and the Giants.
And it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Well, Brock, we saw Week 1 begin on Thursday night, and now 2 more teams get their season started here on Sunday. He's Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, and it is very important, partner, for both teams here that their seasons begin on a strong note.
Yeah, this is the week where I really can't take myself back to that locker room, to Week 1 across the different seasons. And whether it was high school or college or pro, it was the same feeling. Right? It was hope springs eternal. Even though it's the fall and the calendar's turned and it's Week 1, you're so hopeful of what lies ahead.
It's one of the happiest moments for any football fan. A new season is officially underway. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. Leading them out in his 6th NFL season since being picked 6th overall, Daniel Jones.
It's the dawn of a new season, Kate, with all the promise in the world ahead of he and his squad. And this is where all that off-season planning, the reps in camp, the sweat, the blood, the tears come into play. And you really don't want to stumble out the gate. You want to be the horse who jumps to the front right away and let everybody try to chase you down.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Motioning him from the slot right. 2nd and 13. Doesn't make the connection.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
Escapes the puck. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. So we'll see the Vikings offense now for the first time. And they'll be led out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
Kid, I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opener, right? Week 1, all has a sense of gratitude. All has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet that get to start an NFL season, and you want to make the most of that chance.
As a man, Justin Jefferson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
On first down, they'll run. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Second down now, 7 to go. Back to the well again. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. This time it's a passing play. Moss hauls it in. And they get this down to the 28. Offense set for a first and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up third and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing a run was coming. And boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And they're gonna be stuck with a fourth and long. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's gonna get them on the scoreboard.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punt, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their second drive. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that'll bring up second down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Looking right, and he finds him. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Giants will have a first down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have second and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
He gets 6 on that play, and it's good enough for a New York first down. Setting up a throw. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on second down, and they need 2 here on third. He'll throw it. He has the first over the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They can revisit that play in the future.
And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. Now looking to throw. Into traffic, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He has the New York touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Gano ends the point after. And the Giants take a 4-point lead. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Minnesota all set to go for its second drive. Their first drive of the new campaign netted a field goal. Now let's see if they can bump that up to a touchdown on drive number 2. Play action on first down. This is on target to Brandon Powell. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Running this one left. And he's stopped after getting this down to about the 44. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And now they need to get 4 on third down. Dropping back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Now we'll see Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on 4th. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Giants about to get to work on offense. They're 1 for 1 so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them. They'll run here from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
No return on that punt. And it's going to be Vikings football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They'll have it 2nd and 8. Throwing off the play fake here. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. Couldn't connect there. Incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Get some space around midfield. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. To the air now on 1st and 10. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 32. Hawkinson reels it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Able to find Hawkinson. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Drew Phillips making the tackle. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Pass play coming here. Gets it to him on the screen. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants offense all set to get started. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's incomplete left side.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. Complete to Beckham. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Here's a throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down. Pass play now. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. The Vikings returning their offense and this running back to the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Lone back gets the handoff. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. They give it to him again. He's contained at the line for no gain. Azeez Ojulari getting there for the tackle. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Looking to the air here. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Giants football. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That's a pickup of 9. And the Giants will have a first down. They'll try and throw it here. Dumped off to his running back. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Throwing from the gun here. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So that brings up 4th and long. Here's Jamie Gillen on again for the punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Secures this at the 17. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it'll be their football. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. They'll throw on 1st. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down. Looking for a throw here. That's going to be caught by Carter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Throwing it again here. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
So keep that second and short play in your back pocket so the penalty goes ahead and gives them the first. First and 10 for him now, following the penalty. Running it after the penalty. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants' side of the field. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up second and 7. Back-to-back carries here. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
He's on the move, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. Ryan Wright on to punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. Now here comes the New York offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Here's a give up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up second and 2. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Giants trying to make some noise before halftime. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 19. Setting up the screen. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. The Giants are set to punt. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it's going to be their football coming up. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Back to pass on 1st and 10. This one's to Hawkinson outright. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's 2nd and 5. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And this is another incompletion. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. On again comes Ryan Wright for another punt. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. The Giants take over now late in this first half. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the half. That's enough time to put something together. Throwing it to start this drive. Gets this to OBJ. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 28. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it's good enough for a New York first down. He's going to throw this one. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He'll throw it. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. One last play before the break. A final throw before the break. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. The Giants got solid play out of their quarterback in that first half. That's Daniel Jones. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a 1-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
Ty Chandler to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Here's the Minnesota offense headed out to start this 3rd quarter. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They'll run here on 1st down. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
1st and 10, looking to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 9 yards to pick up there, and they only need 3 more now on 3rd down. They'll throw it. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And they make the tackle at the 38. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
He'll get this to Jefferson. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Back to throw now. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. So they're left with 4th down here. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they've taken back the lead.
Okay, we know that every one of these NFL games, well, they can take a life of their own every single weekend. Some are high-flying with lots of points. Others, like this one, they're a grinder. And when you're in a low-scoring game, every one of these kicks is important.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 2nd and 3 now. From the 31. Some heat on that throw, and it's caught. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They're throwing it. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Running it now out of the gun. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Throwing off the play fake here. That's caught for the 1st. And they get this down to the 28. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Clean breakup on that throw. So 2nd down coming up. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. That's completed right side. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Got to be 2nd down.
3rd and 8. Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. He's got it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing from the gun. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Giants grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Gano's point after is good. And the Giants jump in front now by 5. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Chandler now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Vikings back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Setting up a throw. Hits his running back. This is ahead for about 5. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. He'll throw it. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver.
Here's pressure, and the Giants block it! And that return comes to an end as they touch him down.
There was some vulnerability right up the middle, a punter's nightmare, and that's exactly where they attacked. Pressure got through, got a straight shot at the punter who couldn't get it off in time.
The Giants and Daniel Jones making their return to the field now. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. 1st down, ball at the 36. Throwing now, off play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled, well, for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Just 1 yard. Could have used considerably more. That's going to bring up 3rd and very long. Now looking to throw. On the move, headed right. He's running for it. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the 1st.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Here's the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Only 3 yards. They're going to need a much bigger play than that on a lengthy 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
The Vikings and this running back headed back out for a new series. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Now a give left side. And he'll get them forward here up to the 24-yard line. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. And the Giants going nickel, 3rd down coming. Dropping back to throw. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Vikings getting their punt team out. And he's going to try to avoid having a second one blocked here. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Looking to return from the 29. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. He manages 13 on this punt return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The offense headed back to the field. They gave one away on their first drive of the season. Now it's time to get one back with a touchdown on drive number 2. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. 2nd and 3 now. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I can speak from personal experience on this one. That is the absolute worst nightmare as a quarterback. When you call that bootleg and you turn around and all you see is nothing but a big old defensive end, yeah, your interest switch from getting rid of the ball to a little self-preservation. Good job just simply hanging onto the football.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. They kick the running back in motion. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing 4th down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
And the fair catch made here at the 15. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. On first down, they'll run. And he's brought down for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Has him on the quick hitter. And that will not be enough for a first down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They go play action here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. A time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And it'll be Giants football. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Gets everything he has under this throw. He's got it inside the 25. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
This one of the biggest moments of the game for Graham Gano. He's got to drive this 37 yards down the middle. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Chandler now on the return. The Vikings taking the field on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 27. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 3rd down. Pass play coming here. He's got him. That's Moss. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Giants are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Give now to the running back. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Here's a throw. He finds OBJ. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Pass play now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
No return on that punt. And it's going to be Vikings football. The Vikings offense back to the field now. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Fires right away, but incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down. Looking to the air here. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, that throw, Kate, pretty clean out of his hand. Just looked like it didn't get through the defense clean enough. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Complete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Collects this at the 35. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they're going to take over possession. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Connection made to Beckham. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try and throw it here. He's on the move. Now here he goes. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
They've got 1st down from the 31. He's dropping back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. He's got it near the 10. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Quick slant complete. And in, touchdown, New York. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game?
Yep.
Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Gano ends the point after. And the Giants lead by 15 now. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Vikings now set to take the field. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Out of the gun, they'll look throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's second down. Looking for a throw here. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. He's going to throw this one. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. And that brings up 4th and long. They'll throw it. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Another drive coming up for this offense. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Giants looking like they'll start this season with a win. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. He's got to drive this 37 yards down the middle. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
We got ourselves a 3-score game now after that make. It's got to feel like it's going to just about do it with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
And this drive will start inside the 25. Their offense ready to take the field now. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw now. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Hawkinson reels it in. And he'll get it up to the 44. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Throwing now from the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now the Vikings use their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. They're set up at the 35 now. He'll throw it yet again. That pass complete to Moss. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll throw it again. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing it again here. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Throwing off the play fake here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. So here at MetLife, it's the G-Men who come away with the win. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a well-earned win for the Giants as we say so long from New York.